From a point 45 meters from the base of a church. So I'm going to take my ruler. I'm looking for my ruler. There's my ruler. From a point, there's my point, 45 meters away, so 45 meters away from the base, so that's the base. You don't have to label these bases and points, but just trying to give you an idea where the things are. Here's my church. Let's look at the church. Church. From a point 45 meters from the base of the church, the angle of elevation to the top, so from the point to the top of the building, is 27 degrees. So remember, angle of elevations, you got to be looking up like an elevator. 27 degrees. How tall is the church? So this would be X. Raise your hand if your picture looks like that. Partner A, tell partner B which trig ratio you're going to use and why. Kevin, which trig ratio are we going to use? Tangent. So from this angle, 27 degrees. Which side do you have here? Opposite. That's probably a wrong bad color. Opposite. And this one? Adjacent. Go ahead and give me your formula, Kevin. Kevin, how do I solve that? Cross multiply. Good. You did not use the word inverse. Inverse is to find an angle. We're finding a side here. What's my calculator ready equation, Kevin?
So, tangent 27 and 45
equals X. And when you put that into your calculator, Nelson, what did you get? And you ran to the nearest tenth. So what Nelson did was just fine. He told me 22.93 meters. I'm not looking for a rounded answer here. And actually, sometimes it's actually better to have extra decimals in this case. Okay, so let's go ahead and highlight that answer. So this is the height of the church. To give you some kind of understanding, a meter stick, the ones that I use sometimes, that's 3 feet. So 23 times 3 is how much? 69, approximately 770 feet. And one floor is about 10 feet. So this is about a 7-story church. Just giving you kind of an idea. All right, let's look at the next part now. There is a cross at the top of the church. Let's draw a cross. It's a T. There is a cross at the top of the church. If the angle of elevation from the same point is now 35 degrees, so I'm going to draw in purple my cross there and goes up there. If the angle of elevation from the same point is now 35 degrees, so let's see if I can use my highlighter. Basically now to the purple triangle in green. This in green, let's write that, green, 35 degrees. What is the height of the cross? So you're going to get a picture like this. And when you have to answer the question, we already did it with one triangle, but I want to separate the triangles again. So I'm going to have this green triangle, or with just the church. And in the church problem, your first triangle looked like this. And we said it was 27 degrees. So drawing that arrow here to that little first part of that triangle, that is actually kind of important. It kind of tells you where to stop, where that angle goes. So that's 27 degrees. 45, and we said that x is already approximately 22.93. And then, so I'm going to label it, that's my first triangle. The second triangle that I got here is now including the cross. So let's draw the same picture. I have my church. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 6, 8.5. 3, 6, 8.5. So that's around the point. But now we have to include the cross. And class, what is that angle of elevation now? This one now is 35 degrees. Now the church we said was X. Okay? Pay attention to this part. We'll call the church X, the height of the building. And I'm going to call the cross Y. And now I have this equation. This kind of goes back to geometry. You did well in geometry. I'm going to call this, I don't know, W. So it's kind of like segment addition postulate. X plus Y equals the length of W. Let's write that down. W equals X plus Y. So really all I want is to know what is the height of the cross. So I want to solve for Y. Well, I can do that by substituting in X and then also finding the length of W here and then subtracting X. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve this triangle. Although there is an X and the Y, kind of just take those out of your head. And let's just find out the height of the church with the cross. Okay? Class, which trig ratio are we going to use? I still have tangent of what? 35 degrees. I'm zooming for you. Equals what? So my opposite is W. And my adjacent, which I didn't write, was 45. And you're going to do the same thing there. You're just going to cross multiply. You're going to get W equals tangent of 35 degrees times 45. W is approximately, parentheses, tangent 35, 2 sets of parentheses times, you can't see that, 45. .51 meters. Let's put that in a color I haven't used yet, orange. Okay, so that is the height of the church with the cross, right? Do you see how I labeled it? W is the whole length. So let's do some substitutions here. I have the whole height of the church with the cross, 31.51. Nelson found the height of just the building without the cross. That was X. And the W, let's use another color I don't have. Let's use blue. Blue is the height of the cross. So what is the height of the cross? That is our area here in blue. That would be the Y. So let's substitute in the stuff and then see what we get. I got 22.93 plus Y. And I'm just going to subtract 22.93 from both sides to solve for Y. So now I have 31.51 minus 22.93, and you get approximately 8.58. In class, if you round that to the nearest tenth, you get 8.6 meters. So the height of the cross is approximately 8.6 meters. So let's review what we just did. Now in the word problems, you're going to have two objects. In this problem, I broke it up kind of nicely that you can just focus on just the building. But what they're going to do is in the next problem we're going to practice, they're just going to lump it all together. And you're going to have to learn how to separate your triangles. Solve for your two triangles. Do a little algebra problem here. I call it segment addition. And then with your answers, you can just subtract to get you the height of the cross, just that little distance there.